guys, Steph here. Okay, so we've got another pen haul. Now what happened, I went out yesterday, Sunday. We found some on Sunday, and I also went out this morning. Now this morning I went out, well, 3 o'clock in the morning start in the rain. I got wet, I was walking around in the rain. We found a few pens, and then on the way home I got lost, and then I ended up on the M62 in a 12-mile traffic jam, and it took me literally, I was sat there for 4 hours to get through the jam. So anybody that turns around and says to me, "Steph, you're so lucky to have these pens," I'm not lucky. I was so annoyed, and I'm tired, and I'm ready to go to bed. Anyway, let's get on with it. All these pens that we found, some are good, some are bad, some are indifferent, some are for spares. The majority will be available for sale once they've been restored, so you have to be quick. A lot of people reserve their pens. They see something that they like, they get in touch, and they reserve it subject to restoration. So I've got quite a few, so let's get on with it. So in no particular order, what we got here? Lac Black. No, I'm not too sure if this is a Lac Black. Let's open it up. I forgot what's... Oh yes. Oh, we've got a Lac Black pen. So there you go. Anybody looking for... I forget the particular model, but that's available. What's this one here? Oh, a nice Parker Victory. So we've got a button filler Parker Victory. That'll come up very nicely indeed. We've got quite a modern Parker there. Anybody looking for a modern Parker, let me know. Schaefer, is it? Oh no, it's a cross pen. Oh, that's nice, isn't it? Yeah, a nice cross pen. I've got quite like cross pens, so lovely condition. Let's look at the box at the back. There we go. We've got a Parker. Which one is it? Looks like is it a ladies? Oh, Parker. There you go. Parker 17. Okay, so any ladies looking for a Parker pen? What we've also got is there we go, Parker Sonnet. A little bit of a bend to the nib there, so I know there's people out there that like Parker Sonnet pens. We've got a Schaefer pencil, very nice, looks like to be in working order. I know there's people that like to buy ballpoint pens just to use as everyday pens. Here we go, what we got here looks like a Parker, I can't quite read it, but looks like a Parker Duofolds. Can't quite read the nib. I'm not sure if that's the correct nib or not. Let's have a look inside. Yes, aerometric filler. So we've got a lot of these Parkers available. We've got a Conway Stewart. Unfortunately, look at that, it's got a big name engraved on the side of it. Apart from that, it's, yeah, well, it obviously just needs cleaning, etc. You can see the nib's quite dirty, so, well, will that be sold? I think it'll be just used for a parts pen. Once again, another Parker, and again a Parker Duofolds. This looks quite a large, lovely. I think this may be the, oh, maybe the one without a nib. Well, I may have a nib. It looks like a Parker Senior. Now, yeah, look at these here. These are quite interesting. Okay, so if you look at them there, okay, let's just sort of hide it there like that, and if you look at them, they all look quite similar, don't they? Yeah. Well, what they actually are is, if I look here, there you go, you got two lever pens. Let's turn them all around. You can see the clips are slightly different. Okay, they're all lever pens, as you can see there. Two slightly different clips, two different clips there, and what we've actually got here is actually two platinum pens and two Mintmore pens. I forget which is which, and there we go, gold nib on that one. So if I look at this one here, this should have a gold nib as well. Yeah, quite small nibs, but so we've got Mintmore pens, and then these Again, they look identical. There we go, with steel nibs. And there's another one with steel nib. These are platinum pens. So very interesting indeed. So 2 identical of each, and this lovely sort of chase pattern. So very interesting. 2 platinums and 2 Mintmores. And also, there we go, we've got a Mintmore instructions here for a Mintmore pen. Okay, so interesting. And then this one here, what we got here, oh, we got a Parker Arrow Flighter. There we go, little sort of conical nib, very nice indeed, nice and clean. Anybody interested in that? Give me a call, give me a shout. Last but not least, oh, there we go. This looks like a Parker Vacuumatic. Now what I'm doing is I'm looking over the camera, and unfortunately my eyes are not that good, so okay, let me have a look in. Let me have a quick look. Right, so what we've got is a Parker Duofold, and as you can see, it's a button filler. Little bit sort of tired and everything, like most pens. There we go, it's got the correct nib on it. Look, it's again very tired, just needs rejuvenating. Obviously it's not the correct box, but hey ho, it helps to protect it. So there we have it. So that's the pen haul from no, I've got a few more to show you. And here we have a few more. We bought a little bag here of, I think they're all bits actually. There's actually a, well, I'm not sure, looks like a Blackbird pen, obviously broken inside as well. I think there's a nice little Mintmore in here as well. Look, a nice Mintmore. Is it a Mintmore or a Summit? Actually, it's a Summit pen. They're lovely everyday writers. Once we make a bit of restoration, all the rest is bits and bats. There's nothing of it. Oh, yes, there is something of interest. Look at that. Look at that tiny little wee pen. So if I put it next to the Mintmore, look how small it is. It's tiny. There's no name on it, and unfortunately, if you look there, it's got a crack in the cap. If we undo it, look at that. A teeny weeny little gold nib, and it's a lever pen. So, not 100% sure what I'm going to do. That's shame about the, like I say, there's a little break to the cap there, but a teeny weeny little pen. As I say, no name, so if anybody knows what it is, give me a shout, help us all out. Ah, there we go, a lovely Waterman's, I think this is what they term as the gentleman pen, in this lacquer. It's like a burgundy lacquer. Let's take it out very briefly, and look at that, a gorgeous 18 karat gold nib. So obviously from the French market, just give it a clean. We'll give it a clean, a nice polish. They're lovely pens. What else have we got here? We've got a Blackbird with instructions. Unfortunately, this one's got a crack in the cap as well. Shame, but I don't know what we'll do with it. Again, I'm totally undecided. A lot of these, especially like the ones today, I've not had a good look at, so there we go. Another nice, that looks like a Duofold again in green. Okay, I know there's people that like the green pens. Comes in a Parker box, so again, interesting. I'm not sure. Oh, this is a lovely pen. Look at that. And let me show you the tag. I hope you can read that, because it says 61 Cirrus pen with an M, which is medium. Okay, so we've got a Parker 61 from the Cloud series, and this is what they term as the Cirrus pen. Absolutely gorgeous. It's in beautiful condition as well. What have we got in this in here? Again, we've got a Blackbird pen, broken lever, broken feed. What do we do with it? I don't know. And yet another Parker. Now this is definitely a senior, Duofolds senior. By the size of it, it's a lovely large pen. If you just bear with me. In fact, if I show it to you, I believe it's got a number 35 nib there, which indicates that this is the Parker senior. At the time, this was the largest sort of Parker pen within the range until they brought out the Maxima. So it's not far different size of the Maxima. It's a lovely chunky fountain pen. Oh, another Duofold in blue this time. Again, slightly tired. Lovely condition. Won't take a lot of work, that one, so we'll work on that. Now this one's interesting. A Swan self-filler pen with a gold-plated clip there. Nice band. A long lever. There you go. The nib is a little bit too far in, so we'll do something with that. Not sure whether it'll have a flexi nib, but a lovely, very old and vintage Swan fountain pen. There we go. A nice Waterman. I think, not sure what the number is here. It'll be a W something. There you go. It's got quite a lovely large nib on it as well. Looks like to have a slight bend for some reason. Don't know why that is. We've got another. This is a modern Schaefer fountain pen. If anybody likes the modern pens, you can get in touch with me there, or down below there. Again, we've got this German pen. Again, does it have a name? I'm not too sure. Like I say, I've not looked at these very closely. It's got a stainless steel nib. It's got an ink window then, so presumably it's a piston filler. Yep. So once again, not sure what I'm going to do with that. Oh, look at this. Oh, it is an interesting one. Look, there you go. You can read the barrel imprint yourself. It's a Waterman. Is it something V, is it? And look at that. Still has the original sticker. So this pen, well, I won't be doing much to it because a lot of people collect pens with the original labels and stickers on them. As you can see, this one's got the original one. So if anybody collects pens with labels, it's in, well, yeah, it's in beautiful condition. May have actually been used a little bit, maybe even just dips or whatever. So what I'll do, I'll just give it a little bit of a clean. Not a lot of work I'll do, but that's available for anybody that likes the pens with the original stickers. Yet another senior Duofold. So I've got a lot of these large senior Duofold pens. Okay, the interesting thing about this one, if you look at it, it's got Lieutenant Colonel. Is it V.H. Buxton? So I wonder who that is. Unfortunately, I'm not too sure how you find out. Maybe somebody out there may know how to find out these military people and tell us who it is. But a lovely, interesting pen. Another Swan. This is actually a Swan Minor, and this is the standard black one with the chrome trim. I don't know what the number is there. If I just leave it to you people, you can hopefully see the number. Again, it's difficult to see over the camera. Right, unfortunately, if you look at the nib there, we've got issues with the nib. It's got a big crack on it, but let's try and find a nib for that pen. And this one here, little bit modern, but to be honest, when I saw it, I quite like the shape. It looks very much like the Waterman pen. I forget the model, but this one is it's a Diplomat made in Germany. And if we take the cap off, look at that, a lovely stainless steel nib. Doesn't look like it's ever been used. Is it a piston or a cartridge? I don't know, I've never actually seen one before. Well, it's nothing, so presumably it's a cartridge converter. But I think it's quite nice. I only bought it quite simply because I like the colour, and I quite like the shape because it oh, is it the Serenade, the Waterman version of this? You people know what I'm talking about. And last, here we go, we've got a Delta fountain pen. This is quite an attractive pen. You can see to the top there, it's got this sort of red transparent sort of finial or point to the top of the cap there. If we unscrew it, it's got a lovely medium nib there, in excellent condition. Looking at it, there we go, it's got a Montegrappa cartridge in there, so it may be part of the Montegrappa family of pens. So there we have it. Is there a Delta? I can't remember what it was. Yes, it's a Delta fountain pen. I believe they're quite an expensive fountain pen. So there we have it. So I went pen hunting and I found a few pens, and I've got some more to show you as well. And here we have the third and final lot. Yes, honestly, this is the last of them. So we've got, as you can see, you can recognise, got a Parker. We've got a Parker box. We've got a nice Parker Duofold and pencil set in there. Is that? Yeah, it's a Junior. If I sort of lift it up, you might be able to see it's got a lovely clear barrel imprint. It's in absolutely lovely condition. So sometimes these cases do help to protect the pens. Look at that, Parker Duofold. That's interesting, isn't it? So if we open this up, there we go. We've got a Parker Duofold. This is a button filler, and I think this one, if I look rightly, just bear with me. Yeah, this is written, the barrel imprint reads Duofold Special, so it's a Parker Duofold Special. And inside we've got all the instructions, etc. for the pen. We may actually do a review on that one once I've worked on it. It's a lovely pen. To the front here we've got a Waterman pen. Unfortunately, if you look, somebody's done a DIY sort of repair on the pen. So yeah, it's got a nib. We might be able to use the nib, but unfortunately, yeah, the repair they've done is terrible. It's a spares pen. What we got here? Oh, a Conway pen in this lovely pastel blue colour. It's got a lovely Conway nib there. What number is it? If I show you people, you can see, hopefully, it's a Conway. Oh, let me have a look again. A Conway 150. A lovely pen. Sort of this pastel blue. One for the ladies. There we go. I think these speak for themselves. We've got a green pearl Parker Vacuumatic. Okay, if we take there we go, got a nice Parker nib on it as well. Obviously needs servicing, but again in this lovely green pearl colour. This is a sort of a ballpoint, and funny enough, it's actually, let me show you who it's made by. Okay, if I just hold it up for you, can you read that? It says Asprey, and if I turn it round there, London. So Aspreys of London. It's got this It's got the initials, somebody's got an initials engraved, but an Aspreys of London ballpoint. There's no refill in it, so I don't know what we're going to do with that one. Another, what we got here, Parker Duofolds, is it? Yep. Again, let's show you the barrel imprint, lovely and clear on this one, Parker Duofold. It's a button filler pen. It's got the correct nib. Once we restore these pens, these actually make superb everyday writers. I always sort of encourage people, listen, if you're looking for a no-nonsense pen, get a Parker Duofold. It'll last you for years and years. It's a no-nonsense, great everyday writing pen. And I've got quite a few now, so you know where to get one. Nice interesting pen here. Let's show you the barrel imprint. What we've got here is a Parker Vacuumatic, made in Canada. This is also a button filler, and it's a lovely chunky fountain pen. So it's, let's show you the nib there, slightly dirty the nib, but you can see it's got this sort of inlaid arrow to the nib there, and it's got, yeah, a normal sort of feed underneath. This is the from all the pens I've found, I think this may be my keeper. Once I've restored it, it's a lovely chunky pen. It's an oversized pen. As I say, it's rather an oversized, or as it says, it's the Parker Vacuumatic. It might be the Maxima, okay, but a lovely chunky oversized pen. If I compare it with this Vacuumatic here, okay, look at the, I mean, not necessarily in length, but if you look in the width, it's a lovely chunky fountain pen. But as I say, it may be my keeper. Right, what we got here, okay, we've got a Swan pen. There we go, just a little bit on the discoloured side. It's got this gold plated ring here. It's got quite a dirty nib, and this one is, or it should be, there we go, a little bit stiff. There we go, is what we term as an eyedropper. And generally, I've not tested it, but generally the nibs on these do tend to be lovely and flexy. So I won't do a lot to this pen, to be quite honest with you. I'm not going to polish it and darken it, etc. What I'll do is just simply clean it, service it, and somebody, I know there's people out there that like to use these pens because they do have flexy nibs. What do we do with that? Let's put it back in the box. Okay, to the front here we've got, right, this is a strange one. Let me have a look. Litoria. Okay, if you can look at the imprint there, it's got Litoria. Anybody heard of Litoria? I haven't. It's got a gold nib on it as well, just needs service. It's actually quite a nice coloured pen. But who is Litoria? Anybody out there know? Leave a comment, let us know, help us all out, that's what we're here for. A modern pen, but I quite like the colour on it. It's a Tombow. Okay, a Tombow pen, if you look there. It's got a lovely stainless steel pen, steel nib. Okay, that's got ink all over my fingers, but look at that, it's quite an I thought it was quite an attractive pen and a lovely colour. Anybody out there collects Tombow pens? You know where I am. Here's another sort of quite an interesting, quite a large chunky fountain pen, and this is also a button filler. Now the thing is with this pen, let me show you the clip there, because there's no markings on it, so I'm not quite sure, well, I've no idea who made the pen. I think it's got is it a steel nib there? Okay, let's show you. So it's got a steel nib. I think it says France somewhere on the nib there. Don't know if you can see that, but a lovely colour. I only bought it because it was the right price, and it was, but a lovely chunky pen, a lovely colour. Yeah, might actually do something with that. Here we go again, yet another Swan Minor. Now this one is in this lovely blue and gold bronze colours. Look at that. I'm not going to show you too much because what we'll do, we'll we'll restore it and maybe do a review on it. I've shown you one already, but I think up to date what we're showing you 2 or 3 of them. Great pens. There we go, a modern Waterman with a 2-tone nib there. Anybody interested in a modern Waterman? Get in touch. I'll go to the back here because I know this is just simply an empty Schaefer box. I do collect some of the boxes, they come in handy for the pens. Now this one's interesting. Oh, look at this, Henley, made in England, spark detector. Okay, now if you open it up, obviously it's got the instructions in there, but it's actually like a Henley cables. It's like a red sort of ripple effect pencil. Okay, but not only is it a pencil, but as it says on the box, if you look here, presumably that's where it lights up. Okay, as it said, it's what did it say? A spark detector. Very interesting. Now, although I don't personally collect pencils, I'm sure there's people watching that collect pencils, and this may be of interest to somebody. So we'll pop that down, and what we got here, there we go, speaks for itself. A lovely Mintmore, is it a diploma, is it? This lovely chase pattern. There we go, a little bit dirty on the nib, but these come up lovely, and once again these Mintmores, superb everyday writers. It's a button filler, by the way. Okay, there we go, a lovely pen. So there we go, and last, there we go, we found a Pelican Gunther Wagner. A few issues with it. There you go, we've got a bent clip on the cap there. It's got a slight, you can see it there, it's got a slight name. You can hardly actually see it, it's very, very small. Okay, so it's got a little engraving on it, but a lovely gold nib on it there. Hopefully you can see that. The piston is stuck, so what we'll do, we'll get that working again, we'll get it cleaned up and we'll rectify everything. And I know there's a gentleman that's already said to me, Stefan, I'm looking for a Pelican. So there we go, we've got a Pelican fountain pen that will be sort of restored and hopefully ready soon. So there we have it, and all serious now, that's your lot. Hopefully it's not bored you out your wits. Again, a lot of people will see certain pens, what they'll do, they'll reserve the pens subject to restoration, or if you're actually interested in any of the pens that I've showed, send me an email down below. But for now, from all these pens, I'll just say Slavo Ukraini, and from me, I'll just say, I'll say, leave a comment down below, give the video a thumbs up. A lot of you forget. Just there, press that thumbs up and subscribe to my channel as well. But for now, I'll just say bye bye for now.